morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, hump day. Happy hump day. Hey, good morning, JW, Tommy, Mike, Tammy, Bill, Joe. Thanks for the quote, Joe. Appreciate it. All right, here, let's take a look at a few things. Hey, I hope everyone saw um, that video I did last night on Walmart gone wrong, or rather, it was me that gone wrong. Yeah, I want to point something out here too. I should have had it already up. All right, let me do this again. Hold tight. Hold tight. Everyone, hold tight for a second. There we go. Um, you can myself. I do a video every morning. Like right now, I'm this is being recorded. Well, Doug with Right Way Options also does a video, and his video is already done. So what is here is what he did a little bit ago. And John with another division we have, day trading, he does a video, and his is already up. Now, this is mine from yesterday. I'm doing mine now. And when we finish, it just takes but a minute, and then it'll pop over here. Let me, let's see. I'll get this link sent out to everybody, but right now, why don't we take a look at some charts? But every morning, if you save that link somewhere, every morning you can come to this page, and you'll see each one of our morning preps, or thoughts for the day, trade ideas, depending on what we call them. You can, you'll be able to see those. So that'd be great. Thanks, Roasted. Roasted just posted that in the members room. I'll get it posted out on social media here. Just let me get this recording done. Okay. Hey, good morning, MW. How are you doing out there? Thanks for logging in from YouTube. All right, let's take a look at some things on the market here. I'm going to start with the transports. The transports, we still have nothing, in my opinion, nothing but bearishness, no bullishness at all. For the market to actually move up and sustain anything, we're going to need the transports, or we're going to need SMH. Sorry, I have a throat lozenge in my mouth. Try to keep my mouth moist, throat moist. Here's SMH, and we need SMH or the transports to help the market move up. Seeing how the Mag 7 aren't doing it, the Mag 7 could do it, but they don't seem to be doing it. So we're going to need one of these fellas right here. And you can see that we just don't have it. So as I look at the SPY, I still see the relief rally in effect. Here we get my tools out. There we go. Here we put in a bottom right in here, and then we rally up, and we just move sideways for the most part, and then we pop up, and now we're moving sideways. That's pretty nice. That's a nice chart right there. It's setting up. So you've got lows, you've got higher lows, you've got higher lows, and now we can say we have higher lows right here. So this is where I'm getting the relief rally is still in effect. The reason I am not a full-blown bull, hey, this market's going to the moon kind of person, is because we just haven't moved up over that 50 period moving average yet. And when we do, I'll be that way. I'll be a full-fledged bull. But right now, just a relief rally bull, which means as we're trading, we need to keep this in mind that the bears could come in and whack us at any time. Also, I don't know of a soul that doesn't know it, but come April 2nd, we're supposed to have more tariffs or the threat of more or something. Okay. I don't know. Trump could call it off. Trump could pause it. Trump could wake up in a bad mood and say, you know what? I'm going to double it. You don't know. It's insanely chaotic, and it's very hard to trade. So we have to be on our toes, okay? So like I said, right now I'm going to remain to the bullish side while I'm shopping for some shorts though. Okay, so be very careful come that April 2nd. Remember that cash is a position. Cash is a position. Okay, let's take a look at some charts here. I've got some laid out. Let's look at PGY. I think PGY is very nice bullish chart. Here we've popped up, and that's what it looks like, longer term there. Here we've popped up, we've pulled back, we've put in that bottom, we've started a reverse back up. We're over the 50 period moving average. You can see that. Let me get my little tool out. There we go. You can see that price is above the T line. T line is above the trend indicator, and we're above the 50. That's a bonus right here. That's a bonus. I'm looking at price to move up to this 50% retracement area right through here. And, it may, before it gets there, it could pull back a little bit. So we'll watch for that. Pull back, little minor pullbacks are no big deal. You can keep them, you can close them, whatever you want to do. They might be another buying opportunity, but that's what I'm looking for a target. Let it kind of bebop around a little bit, and then let's see if we can't run up a little bit higher. It's a very nice chart set up. PGY. Where are we? Right here. PLTK. I'm sorry about this crappy voice I have. It's just dry as a bone, and I can't. If I get my pizza today, I'm going to try some beer with it, though. Okay, let's look at PLTK. So PLTK is coming off the bottom up here. Here we popped up. This is very similar to a pinball setup right here. I'm just using higher targets. The pinball setup is the 34 EMA as a target. But here we've moved up. You can see that we're popping up pretty good this morning here. The key will be to hold this. I don't think it's worth chasing too much, because once we get past the trend indicator here, you can see to the 50, it's 23, almost 23.5%. The 50% retracement from February 26 down to those lows is going to be about this 550 area. So that's going to be one target right through there. So we'll look for a target like this. Target 1, let it settle down, and then target 2 up here on PLTK. Cold. Take a look at cold. Cold is setting up. Now this is shorting natural gas. Okay, so you could also trade Boyle or UNG for that matter. But here's cold setting up. We've gapped down, put in a double bottom, gap up, and now we're making higher lows, higher highs. I'm looking for the 50% mark for a target. Can you believe that that's almost a 95%? That's crazy. 95%. One of the big keys on this is to get over the 50 period moving average right here. And from here to the 50, right there is 20%. So heck of a possible trade there. Please let me know if somebody gets in this, and if you pocket some money on that, please let me know. Okay, what else do we have here? Gilead. I'm looking for Gilead as a possible short. Now, first, let's talk about what if it flips around to the long side. Well, if it flips around to the long side, then okay, it's not a short. Flipping around to the long side, it would have to get up into this area here. Right now, we have, wait a minute here. There you go. Sorry, somebody said something about my mic, and heck, I didn't have it in front of me. I apologize. So here we have this down move here, and then we have this bear flag set up right there. We've got the trend indicator showing red, and we've got the T line below the trend indicator. We're right at the 50% retracement using these lows over here, early February right in here, and the highs. So what I'm looking for is to come down to the 50, fail the 50, and then move down a little lower, and there's a possible gap right in there to fill. Of course, if the bulls grab a hold of it and move it up, you've got a different game on that one. I apologize for the mic, folks. Take a look at XLV. XLV here. Let's move that out of the way. So XLV, we've been down below the 50-period moving average. We've rallied up above the 50-period moving average. And now it looks like we're just going to fail it. It just doesn't look like it has the mustard to come up here. Here we've put in a low. Here we've put in a failed high, a bearish engulf. We're below the 50. We're showing an inside day at the lower end of yesterday's candle. I'm still looking for this area right there, 142.90-ish to be tagged. And then let's put that right in there. And then we can look for around 139 as with follow through below the 50% retracement line. And that was on XLV. Take a look at SLB for a long. So SLB, we've been tooling downhill pretty good here, really have. And then all of a sudden we put in this low, and we've put in this low, and I'm going to put that right there, and then put this right here. And you can see we've broken out. We're challenging the 50-period moving average this morning right now. So what I'm going to be looking for is a buy in this area. What I would like, doesn't mean I'm going to get it, but what I would like is for it to pull back just a little bit today and then turn green at some point today. And then I would like to buy it right in here. Once it moves over the 200 period moving average, the 200 can be my stop zone. Target up here at the 50% retracement of about 46.50, right up in this area. Excuse me. All right. Let's see here. Anyone have any charts? Hey, Yorina, how are you? Thought will be half frozen directions. Thank you. I hope it gets here today. UPS says it'll be delivered by 7. So you never know. All right. Let's see. Hopefully this will be your day. This is your day. Hopefully, yeah. Let's see. HIMS, HIMS. Let's see. Are you looking long? Don't know yet. Until it moves over that 50-period moving average, I don't think I would be to the long side here. It's making some good moves here. It really is. But I would just like a little bit of proof here. We've got a nice bottom, and you can see that we broke out here. Very nice. It really is. Up, we're consolidating. It's just me personally. I want to see us over that 50-period moving average. But let's talk about buying it right now. What harm would that be? You could put your stop, say about 35.40. What are you going to be stopped out? 5 or so percent. So that could be something. But that is a perfect setup right there. It is. For me, I just want it above the 50-period moving average. And now let's look for targets on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this candle, go down to these lows, and what am I doing? There we go. And let's do this. Boom. There's your target. About 35% on that. That's not too shabby. I think we ought to keep HIMS on the list, right? We'll keep HIMS. We'll keep HIMS in the corner. Keep HIMS in the closet or something like that. Let's see. Let's see, FCX. Look at FCX. FCX looks terrific. It's not a buy right now unless you just like buying high. I get nervous when I'm on the high side of a ladder, and that's where we are here. But I think FCX is absolutely fabulous. So and here's what I'll do with FCX. I put these stocks that we look at, I put them on my live trading alerts scanner. And this would be a basic 3/8 trap or basic pullback scan. And this is where I would want it to come up on, because this is what I would want it to do. So what I'm going to do here is let's just extend. I'm going to do it this way here. Let's extend the T line like this. All right. So now what I would want is price to come back a little bit, rest 1, 2, 3 days. I don't care how many. And then I would want it to turn green. And when it turns green in this area, that will alert on a 3/8 trap or my scan where it's below the highest high in the past 5 days, which is almost the same as a 3/8 trap right there. And that would be a very nice buy area. So FCX, I think, should be on the watch list. If you own it, just move your stop up a little bit and let this thing crawl its way higher. I'm going to go to a weekly chart, I think. There we go. Yeah, look, see, we're bumping up against the weekly 50. So that could cause that little bit of a pullback there. So if we take this high, which it's going to be close to that 50. See, we're there right now. So we're already on borrowed time on this current move up right in here. We can come over here and go to this high, and it doesn't change it that much. So that 50% retracement really has no. Let's keep it there, and I'm going to put it back here. So with that, what we want is for it to set up, and once it moves back over that 50% retracement, then that would be a nice buy right there. And that would be a great little shelf or a floor for FCX to have as a bottom right through there. Okay. Excuse me. Hey, Tommy, how are you? Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. Again, I hope everybody saw my Walmart video. It was, I think the title of it, Walmart Gone Bad. And you all know it was me that went bad, not Walmart. And I say that in the video. But if you haven't watched the video, please go check it out. For those that don't know, if you go over to YouTube, you can pick up a lot of YouTube videos from me. I post at least one every day, like this right here will be posted there. And then, but they could be very helpful in your trading and certainly make you think about things, may bring up some ideas for trading. So please take a look at them. Always leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Okay. All right. Where are we here? Walmart short. So yeah. And for those that know, I was long Walmart. I closed my Walmart yesterday for a loss, and I am looking at going short on Walmart. The 50% retracement you can see is right here around that 82 area. The next target I have to the downside is around $70.60. The bulls just could not get it going. And at the moment, I see no future bullishness in it. So I think it's just lost its mojo. You know, maybe something can change over the next day or two. But right now, it just looks short. So if you want to wait for follow through, by all means, you can do that. Right here would be a short, you know, when the market opens up, that's a short. And you could pull that stop in there, something like that, around 86, 85. That would get you slightly above the T line, and that would take you above that candle. And if we got above yesterday's candle, that might tell me that, whoops, Walmart's not ready to go down. So Walmart, yeah, looks short to me. Where are we here? Let's see over here. Thank you, Terry. Terry says, I love your YouTube videos. I appreciate it, Terry. Thank you. Let's see, Vernon. He'll get a lot better. Let's see, Yorina. I see what you did there. All tickers and symbols. Okay. Let's look at MLGO long. MLGO long. Yes. Not typically the kind of chart that I trade, but yes. Flat bottom. Here we've popped up. We kind of messed around yesterday. Let's draw a line right here. So the low. Bottom line below 110, $11, you don't want it. You don't want it at all. target here, that looks like a nice trade, actually. High flyer trade. So the target here around that 25.85 up there, that would be the first target that I would look at. I'm going to keep that on my watch list. Thank you very much for this one. This one could be a fun high flyer to play, a real fun one, folks. And then I'm sorry I missed this one. PZZA. Speaking of pizza, there we go. Pizza's still short. PZZA is still short anyway. No reason to be long in that. Yeah, it looks to me like it's still going to come down a little bit more, and it could easily come down into these lows right there. What February 10 area, February 10, and then AVGO for a short. Yes, I'm going to get rid of all that. So we can clearly see a top here. We can clearly see that rollover. We failed the 50. We tested the 200. We couldn't get past the trend indicator. Looks like we're going to test that 200 again. So, just draw a line like that right there. We drop below that, or even short now. If you shorted now, you put that stop in there, maybe about that area right there. And that, if it came back up, that would give you some kind of a bullish engulf off of yesterday. You probably don't want to be in the candle if it did that, or in the chart, maybe a short. For the downside, that's pretty simple here. Let's go look and see where price has been before, right over here at 159.84. Next target to the downside, into that 134.60 area right there. So David is looking at MAGS, MAGS long. Yeah. Relief rally long. Yeah. So here we put a nice little bottom in. We actually have a little bit of I'm going to call that a gap down, and then we have a gap up. And so far we've been doing okay. So 50 period moving average as a target. I'm going to wrap the box in there. That would be your trading world. I'm going to come over here and take this last high and move down for the 50% retracement. And that's going to be a major target area right through there, that 50%. So right now, I think that does look pretty long and looks pretty good. If those dots turn red, if price drops down and turns those dots green, watch for that gap fill, and it may not stop at that gap fill. Okay, so there we go. What time is it? I'm close enough. All right. I'm going to say thank you to everybody from YouTube and Twitter for listening in. Thank you, members. We've got some new members today. Please don't be bashful. I don't bite. I don't bite. So we've got some new members from our open house yesterday. Remember, everybody, I'll get that link posted that will get you into that page on our website where you can get pre-market videos from Doug at Right Way Options, John at BYOB Trading, and myself at Hit Run Candlesticks. Okay. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in about 20 minutes when the market opens up. You guys all take care.